I just got back from training in the gym and realized there's lots of new faces in there. A couple of people asked me, where certain things were and how even one machine works. And I helped as best as I could, helped where I could. But it made me realize that, or reminded me, let's say, that there'll be lots of people. And this isn't just relating to the gym. There'll be lots of people starting something new. They have a fresh goal, they have a fresh perspective going into a new year, and they want to get better at something. So maybe that is you right now. Maybe you're trying to get to the gym. Maybe you are trying this new class out. Maybe you're working on a project. And I just want to give you my 2 cents on how to gain confidence. Gain confidence in the pursuit that you are embarking on right now. First, I want you to reflect back. And I always like to use the example of when you started at your job. Remember the first day you started, and it's very overwhelming, right? Even to the point where you're thinking, should I take a bathroom break here? Should I sit here? Or maybe rewind back to school, whatever school or work, whatever you want to do. The point is, the first day, the first 2 days, the first 3 days, even the first week, it's a little, okay, I need to get my bearings here. I need to get to know people. I need to just find my feet here. Now let's forward a month later at your job or at school. You're confident, right? You know where things are. You know the faces. You're starting to have a bit of banter with your colleagues. You're just comfortable in your surroundings, in your environment. And this is because you showed up, let's say 5 to 6 days per week at your new work or at school. And through that competence, what happens? You gain confidence because you put in the reps. And in the context of this example, is putting the reps in at work, turning up every day at 8 a.m. in the office or wherever the place of work is, and then the next day you do the same. And through that competence, you gain confidence because now your body, your mind is getting confident in the surroundings that you're in your environment. So, if we can relate to that, bring that same mindset to your new goal. The first 2 days, the first 3 days, the 4 days, week, maybe even a month, it's going to be the case of finding your feet, finding where things are at the gym, figuring out how things work. What machine is that? How does that work? What does that do? That new class. Oh, I'm a bit nervous, going to this class. Maybe there's regulars there. But each time you go, oh, hey Susie, hey John, good to see you again, you start seeing familiar faces. The new project you're working on. At the first 2 days, you might be thinking, what am I doing? I have no idea what's going on here. But then you're getting into it, week, 2 weeks go by, I think, okay, I'm starting to get a bit of a groove. I start to understand whatever the project is because I'm showing up still. I'm just putting in the reps, whether that's literal reps at the gym or metaphorical reps with this thing that you're going or that you're embarking on. So, with all that said, you gain confidence with competence, with turning up, with just putting the reps in, with believing in yourself that every day I am going to feel more comfortable in my environment. And with that feeling, every day, that feeling will grow. Then over the weeks, over the months, I start to feel like I'm safe and I'm in an environment which I keep repeating the word, which I'm now comfortable in. So just keep turning up. And that turning up at the start could be a real reduced version of the full version in the future. And what I mean by that is, if your goal is to, let's say, I want to train for an hour, cool. That could be in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Why don't you get accustomed to the gym or your environment first, or that class, and think, okay, how can I just do a simplified version? Maybe today I'm just going to turn up for 20 to 30 minutes, get my bearings, have a checkout with some new equipment, try this. Okay, I'll leave it there for today. I've eased myself in, I've dipped my toes in the water. Then the next day or the next week, you up that to 45 minutes and up the frequency to maybe 3-4 days a week. So yes, you have this big goal, but why not ease into that goal? So you're exposing yourself in a gentle and subtle way. And what happens then? You're exposing yourself to feeling confident and comfortable in an incremental way, as opposed to throwing yourself in, thinking, yeah, that's not for me, and giving up. So through competence, through showing up with this thing every day, every week, in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, it's going to be such a familiar feeling, you won't remember the starting phase. Okay, so keep turning up, be confident, believe in yourself, put in the reps every day or whatever the frequency is with this thing. And I promise you in 3 months, hey, maybe even in a month, 2 months, you'll have that confidence in yourself and say, this is who I am now. I feel good in this environment and I feel safe and I feel good here. I just had to go through that growing phase. And I think it's the Japanese call it Shoshin, which is the beginner's mind. Just embracing the beginner's mind, right? Embracing something new. And at the end of it, you're telling yourself, I'm going to feel confident at the end because I'm showing up. So I hope that helps. Thank you very much for your time. Keep turning up, and I promise you, your confidence is going to grow.